Welcome back to another Trogly's Guitars. This is not where we usually start for our videos, but this one has a slight playability issue that I wanted to make sure I pointed out. This is a 1976 Gibson Deluxe in the rare natural finish here. It's a very gorgeous top, and it's got some modifications, but first let's start off with what would need replaced on this guitar. It's currently set up on a small vintage tube amp, and it can occasionally play just fine here with no problems. Works pretty fine, but occasionally you'll get this buzz, and it's just kind of how the input jack kind of connects to it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this might need a new input jack, so just keep that in mind. I'm going to price it accordingly. But that is that. So let's go into our usual view here. As I said, this is a 1976 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe. There is some modifications on this one, and they're actually quite interesting. Alright, 1976 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe in the rare natural finish. I've blacklighted it. It is the original finish. As you can see, it has gorgeous wood grain. It's actually showing up a little bit light in the camera. It is actually a little bit of more golden hue to it. This is much more true to the actual finish color right here. Originally it would have been this white though. Okay, so unfortunately this is a guitar I'm selling for a family that the owner of it has passed away. The owner of this guitar, he was a man that liked to make the guitar exactly what he wanted. As you can tell, the knobs have been switched out. The bridge pickup has been changed, as well as the bridge itself. There has been a mini toggle switch added, and a new nut has been installed, as well as strap locks, as you can see there. But as far as modifications, that's it. The pots on the inside are actually original. However, in the shielding plate there, they did go through and drill a hole through that to put that in there. So let's take a look at its condition. Obviously the headstock's aged a little bit dusty. It will need some new strings, and I will probably do that for you. As you can see, there's a little bit of a divot there. You don't really feel it though. The frets have not too much wear, to be honest. They're still definitely very playable, as you can see. I think a new set of strings will do this guitar wonders. Now, one thing I need to mention up here, it looks like the fingerboard is starting to shrink a little bit, and the binding's kind of cracking a little bit. You can see right there. I think it's actually been glued back down, so it should be good to go. Now, most Deluxes end up getting routed out for humbuckers. There has not been any extra routing, so if you wanted to put your original mini humbucker in there, or P90s also fit in here, so if you're looking for a cool P90 guitar, you could also make that modification. There's really not too many nicks and dings on the front here. You can see a few as we go along. A lot of it's just natural grain in the wood. And there's a little bit of a ding. But the finish itself is in decent condition, I'm pleased to say. Unfortunately, I do not have the pickguard. The case it comes with is kind of one of those like old 60s cardboard cases. It's not the nicest. If you'd like an upgrade for, about 120 bucks more, we can talk about that. Or you can send me a case if you'd rather have it be sent in that. But that's where a pickguard would rest. So if you put a pickguard back on this one, which it did have one, you would not have that imperfection there. Take a look at the back here. You can see you got a little bit of a ding / buckle rash right there. And a little scratch there, but by and far, it's relatively clean for its age. Got a little bit of a scratch there. Got a maple neck here. A little bit on the thin side. You do still have the original tuners, which is very nice. Les Paul Deluxe, made in USA, 1976, 00134440. Another thing to mention is that this is a 3-piece maple neck. It looks like there's some very slight separation here. You don't have anything to worry about, but it looks like some dirt got in it. So it is, you do feel that a little bit, but you don't feel it there. So where your hand's actually playing here, you won't feel it. So you won't even know it's there, to be honest. But it's worth mentioning. Another thing to mention is it looks like the fretboard there, it's had some binding want to come back up, but it looks like it's been glued back down. So you should not have any issues with that. See if we can get it to focus a little bit. I'll try to get it better in the pictures for you. This is a Pancake Body. If you don't like heavy guitars, please don't buy this one. It is nearly 11 pounds. So, it's a heavy girl, but definitely still playable. As you can see, there's some slight separation again. Once again, this is nothing you have to worry about. It's just purely cosmetic. Over time, it just happens. About every Pancake Body you have will have this dirt build up in there. So there you have the 1976 Gibson Les Paul Deluxe. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. As always, you can look at my Facebook page, facebook.com/Troglys, Troglys. That is where I list the best price on this guitar. If you found this listing via Reverb and or eBay, basically what I do is I just take out the fees and I give it back to you on the price. So we cut out the middleman and go direct. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.